whoa. That is the next video. So smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, and maybe even the bell notification for when I drop that video, which shouldn't be too long. Can the Sinnis do hard enduro? Well, that's what the whole point of actually having this bike was about. Now, as you can see, it's not as pretty as it used to be. It looks like someone dragged it through a bush or two or three, and it actually was dragged through a bush or two or three. I've dropped it so many times, in fact I got sick and tired of actually picking it up. Can this 1254 banger, everyday motorcycle that's cheap as chips, absolute beater, do hard enduro? Well, I've got a video of it because I took it to Action Tracks in Tunbridge Wells, and honestly it was a brilliant place. So I'm going to go over a little bit with some commentary over the riding, just so that I can get some extra details in there, and at the same time the audio sort of peaked a couple of times. I'm a new YouTuber, give me a break. And also I have information at the end of the video as well regarding the actual place, how it felt and the vibe. So without further ado, let's start caning this thing around the track. Luckily, I actually went with two really good lads. I went with my mate Rob, and he's been doing it a little bit, getting right into it as well. And then he brought his mate Matt, who came along as well, and honestly, they were top lads. They actually stuck around and stopped whenever I was like in need and really helped me out. So one of the best things that I can actually say is go with people that you can trust, and basically some seriously good company, because they really were great. Well, the first lap, I went down the fucking hard way, and let's just say it was fucking hard. So in this little bit, obviously I'm just trying to show you a bit of the track really, because this is my first time actually on it. So we've done the hard enduro first thing in the morning, and honestly it was just insane. It wasn't even you know, like, it really was cambered, and it really was difficult. The bikes were taking a beating, and to be quite fair though, with the Sinnis, it actually took it. Didn't really have any major issues. Had to tighten the handlebars, but again, not the biggest of a problem. And here on the track, you had a few open points as well. The open points, to be quite fair, they just gave you a breather, because this thing's a workout. Now this is where it gets real technical, and this is so much steeper than it looks on an action camera. It's about a 3 metre drop, and it's almost vertical. So as you come down that, you go back round, and obviously the first thing you've got to do is get back up that hill. And I was worried, like really worried that Sinnis might not actually have the power to do it, and it actually did it. It took like a champ.
Sinnis can fucking do
all
it.
of this stuff, really technical. It might not sound like I'm absolutely ragging the bike, but the truth is there was more than enough power for these technical sections, especially even then with the 125. I really didn't think the Sinnis would even have the guts to do half of what it's been doing, but it's another steep drop, and this next bit seriously caught me out, because it was straight up and then, wow, straight back down.
Oh, okay, that was unexpected, but fun.
Yeah, super unexpected. And then all of these are really steep, and then that little log there, it might not seem like much, but it can catch you out with your front wheel, and as you can see, anything hitting your wheels is just throwing your steering anywhere. But you're fighting the machine underneath you. Honestly, you're squeezing with your knees, you're throwing this bike around everywhere, and it's so physical, so physical. So you can see other people stopped, pulling over, going back down to this bit, coming up, and just, yeah, these routes will throw your handlebars anywhere and everywhere, so it really is a case of trying to expect it. And here I've got a slight little bit of a breather. So as I say, this is just my first little lap. I didn't actually know the track yet, and it literally was a case of basically going in blind. So half these really big steep drops are just sort of last minute. You're in it to commit. You have to commit, and even if you want to or not, you find yourself there. And one of the things that actually shocked me as well was just how much grip you've got to brake with on the dirt. but only really if you're standing up. Like if the bike's standing up, you can actually grab a lot of front brake. And then here, after that little technical section, it just opened up into a big field. And the good thing about this field,
That's beautiful, isn't it?
yeah, it had great views, but when you're looking forwards, the action cam kind of sees right through this dust. And what's amazing is that when you're riding, you actually can't see. So again, you're going in blind. And this being my first lap, I still don't even know where the next turn is. So everything's a little bit new. Also, you're starting to learn how to really attack. You know, you put yourself right to the front of the tank more than you would. It's almost like you're sat on the handlebars at times. And you're proper trying to dig that front in. And then you're just trying to make it basically turn. Again, the action camera can't really pick up how much movement is on the back of the bike. Like, it's sliding everywhere. The amount of bumps and just literally the ruts. There's no depth of field in this camera, so you just, honestly, when you're riding it, totally different experience. It looks slow on a GoPro, but you're still caning it. Like, you're still in third gear of a Sinnis, you know, like you're still going places. Now here it's got blue tape, that just means that there's marshals about, so you saw him just sat there on the corner. And this was really steep up and off camber, and it caught all of us out. And kind of really wanted to breathe at this point. I'm really knackered, and that's a big steep drop off camber. As you can see, again, I'm going into it blind. Some of these rocks look like they're small, but trust me, they're actually big. You've got big ones over there, you've got logs everywhere, lots of deep ruts. There's a tree here that I can duck under. Mate, it's just technical. It was absolutely superb. The track was, even though this is the easy route, yeah, it's easy, but if you've not ridden dirt before, you're going to be coming off loads. And I did the very hard enduro one first and totally regretted it. This here is like a 3-meter drop, but it doesn't look like it on the camera. And then you come out of that bit, all of this is just rotted acceleration bumps, braking bumps, everything, everywhere. And this again, literally is like 2.5 meters up, and you're clicking the roots as you come out.
Whoa! Yeah, again.
Right, finally got a chance to breathe.
Fucking rear brake, it's just.
So eventually, yeah, you get back out onto these long swooping bends, and they're a bit boring to watch, but at this moment you're actually just trying to catch your breath. You get to go fast, but it's not so technical, so even though you're going faster, it's actually a lot less effort. But the only downside is all of that dust that you can't really see through. You can hear the Sinnis really starting to struggle now, going up this hill. Just literally just made it up third, dropped to second, then took the corner. And all this dust is in your eyes, it's in your teeth, it's in your mouth, it's sticking to your sweat. You're racing down this bit here, going over the acceleration bumps, the braking bumps. The bike feels so unsteady because you're going so fast. And those hay bales, they're heavy. You hit one of those and it isn't even going to move. So you can see it's just really working on the cornering, because
Right on the front.
it's just so much different compared to the road. You really have to do it.
That's my mate Flap. How's he do? Roosting the shit out of me. And this is so much more enjoyable than what the hard lap was, because fuck me, that was not easy. And we started stupidly and did the hard track. It took us an hour and we only did half the track. Cheers, mate. It was like...
The other thing is, you can see really apache. The Sinnis really doesn't have that much power. First and second, brilliant. Third just became a bit sluggish.
But I'm fucking enjoying my day. That is for sure.
And then this is the end of lap 1, and now I'm a little bit more able to talk, and I have a crash and stuff, and yeah, just from here you can just enjoy what it was like once I knew the track.
Yeah, let me have a drink first.
Ah, you're fucking
But that was a lot better. I didn't even come off this time. Mate, it's the corner like this just ain't got the power after first and second. After that, everyone. Yeah. Mate, this is so much more enjoyable than getting stuck up a hill. Let's roll, because that was fun. If you decide to go the hard way, I'm fucking not following. A lot of clutch flicking, a lot of fun. And so far I've not had anyone ever go at me for being like a newbie. I've been quite impressed with action tracks, especially for my first time doing a pay and play. I'm very, very happy. Would have been better if I had more marshals. Letting other people go, because obviously it is a Sinnis 125. It ain't an all. Whoa. Alright, then it gets technical. Alright, a bit faster than I should have gone really for that. Up and right back down. Bit of whiskey throttle. They got me last time and all. Motherfucker. Into the tree. Alright. Yeah, all good. Alright. Clutch lever right in. Casually. Oh, no wet patch.
So if you haven't figured it out now, I'm trying to take this as a chance to actually get a breather. I was knackered. The first enduro bite in the morning honestly killed me way before I even got to try this track. And
fuck me, I'm exhausted.
yeah, I was really trying to catch a breather, and also I then had to readjust the lever that was almost 180 degrees on itself. So yeah, it was all good fun though. Absolutely loved every minute of it.
Thing is, I've already done an hour of being stuck up a sideways hill. So, picking up a bike once or twice, not a problem. But picking up a bike after like the 30th or 40th time, starting to kill my hand. Because you are using so much clutch. Whoa! Where is this bit? Quite heavy dust. It's just how far forward you got to lean. It's just unreal. It's like your balls are at the tank and it does feel weird. And I'm on the slowest fucking thing out here, trying to not hold everyone else up, and so far no one's been really out of order and nasty. I really need to work on my right hand turns. Look where you want to go, right and follow. Right, back to technical.
Unfortunately, my camera packed up, so it only really recorded a lap and a half, and it was actually my first lap, which was actually probably my best lap, probably because I didn't know what was coming. But yeah, how did I feel turning up to Action Tracks in Tunbridge Wells? Now, I'm not an affiliate, but I'll leave a link down in the description below, because honestly, I had such a good time. I turned up, nobody even took the mickey out of me for turning up on a Chinese bike, and we're talking everyone there was turning up with really expensive Pinnacle machines that were like purpose built. So the Hondas, the KXs, the YZs, KTMs, RMs, Huskies, you name it, they were all there. But did I feel like anyone looked down at me? No. In fact, I actually felt the total opposite. I felt that people were happy that I was trying the sport. That also, even though I might not have had the same kind of budget as them or as committed as them for it, at least trying it out. And I had such a blast. Nastiest comment I got, which was actually a joke, was the fact that when I was starting it up, it sounded like a generator. And they weren't actually wrong. It really did. But honestly, I actually found that Tunbridge Wells Action Tracks, really brilliant place, and I highly recommend it, so I'll leave a link down there. As for the abuse of the bike, how did it handle it? It still starts on the button amazingly. I haven't actually got any proper mechanical problems with it, anything that I'm like, oh my god. Clutch lever, I'd have to replace it, whether it was KTM, Husky or whatever, because you drop the bike so much. How did it perform for a little 125? Well, the power was actually there. Just third gears when you're on the open straights, just that's when the bike was lacking. But everything else up the hills, it just had the pull. So I was quite impressed that 125 would actually get me up some of these really hard enduro steep hills. So yeah, that was a bonus and a win. So if you like this content, please smash the subscribe button. If you want to see what's coming up next, because I test rode something incredibly awesome, then please subscribe and you'll get to see that if you hit the notification bell. And yeah, drop us a thumbs up, because these videos do take a little bit of time to do, and as you can see, it's still a developing channel. But until next time, ride it out.